Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. I talk about missing children cases, and I also started a new series called Gone Too Soon, where I speak about celebrity that passed away. I know today I was supposed to do a celebrity case, but with this one, it's kind of very long, so I'm trying to see if I could break it down for it not to be long. So I'm just gonna bring out two missing children's case. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about Diamond and her sister who went missing. So her age, Diamond's age is 3 years old. Height and weight is 3 to 40 pounds. Violet purple ponytail holder in her hair. African American female, black hair, brown eyes. Diamond has a scar on her left side of her hairline. She's normally wears her braid in the back with forward ponytails. Diamond has deep set eyes. So it is two people. So it's Diamond and Tionda. So I'm just gonna do the information on both, and then I'll let you know just the description and the age of her sister. So Diamond was last seen at her family's residence in the 3500 block of South Lake Park Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And on July 6, 2001, her mother departed for work at approximately 6:30 a.m. Diamond and her older sister Tiana stayed at the house. During the morning, their mother, Tracy Burley, discovered that the girls were not inside the residence when she returned at approximately 11 a.m. And I don't need try to sit here and leave rude comments or why did the mom left her by themselves. No, if I see any type of things like that trying to blame the mom, I will block you from my channel, because this is not the type of channel that I am creating. It's for people to be negative. I'm just saying, please do not leave no negatives comment on this video and all the videos, especially the ones that I do. Tionda apparently left a note stating that she and Diamond planned to walk in nearly school and store. Tiana was enrolled in summer classes at Dorlito Elementary School at the time, but school officials said that she was absent the day of her disappearance. Several neighbors, children, and authorities that they saw Tiana and Diamond playing outside of their residence at approximately 12 a.m. Neither child has been heard from again. An extensive search of the surrounding areas produced no clues as their whereabouts. Diamond is described as being independent and naturally timid but talkative. Her family said that she often fought with her siblings. In 2001, Diamond enjoys eating peanuts and ramen noodles. Authorities said that Tracy was not cooperating with the investigation in relation to her daughter's cases. She shoved police officer who requested that she accompany him to the prison to discuss new leads in March of 2002. Tracy was placed in handcuffs and taken to the station, where she briefly spoke with the investigators. Her attorney arrived shortly thereafter and stopped the interview. Authorities said that Tracy missed several scheduled appointments with detectives in the past. Tracy's spiritual advisor told the media that the officers had violated her rights by forcibly taking her into the premises. Authorities said that Tracy was physically combative and they needed to restrain her and handcuff her. Tracy's mother voluntarily took a polygraph exam shortly after Tiana and Diamond's disappearance as a matter of cooperation. She is not being called a suspect in her daughter's disappearance. Authorities are interviewing most of the girls' relatives and friends once again as the investigations continue. They searched the children's grandfather, Wisconsin's home, but found no evidence. Some investigators theorized that Diamond and Tiana were taken by a North African man who had paid child support for one of them until the summer of 2001. When he learned he was not the father, FBI agents went to the Marco to investigate the lead, but did not find any evidence that the Burley children had been there. Police believe Tiana would have contacted her loved ones by now if she could have. They think both children are either deceased or have been taken out of the country. The Burley sister case remains unsolved. And let me tell y'all, so she was a baby, and so Tiana was 10 years old, Her weight and height was 4'2", 70 pounds. Green ponytail, loaders in her hair. African American, female, brown hair, brown eyes. Tionda had a quarter-size burn scar on her left forearm. She had escaped on her left clavicle in the time of her July 2001 disappearance. Tionda normally wears her hair in long ponytails. So with this case, like, I feel like I don't even know how I feel, because this is a case like nobody nobody saw anything, like nobody saw nothing. Did they hear this girl screams? Did they spoke to anybody? Did they spoke to any people? I just did they even spoke to the, because they had said that they were gonna go to the store and then go to the playground. Did they spoke to the people to the store? Did they make it to the corner store? What? I'm just, this one I don't know what to say with this case, because this case is just like, what else did they speak to? And like I said, I really don't think her mom had something to do with it. I mean, if you were being attacked and you felt like you're being attacked, instead of the cops doing their jobs and figure it out, did they say she was at work? Mind you, she went to work. Neighbors did said that they saw them playing at 12:30, and after that it was just like they disappeared. So with this case, is kind of, I don't know what to say with this one, but yeah. So the other case we're gonna be talking about is, I don't even know why I lost it. How I lost it, because I had it open on my phone. Now I have to go find it. Okay, so now the next case that I'll be talking to you about today is Rilya Shane Wilson. She went missing when she was 4 years old. Her height and weight is 340 to 5 pounds, 250 pounds. Sorry. African American female, black hair, brown eye. Riley has a scar from a puncture wound approximately 5 inches below her navel. Her ears are pierced. Some agencies give her the middle name as Denise. Riley and her two siblings were removed from their mother's custody when Riley was an infant. They were placed with Garland, uncertainly spelled Gillian, Garmin, their alleged grandmother in Miami, Florida in 2000. The mother, Gloria, Wisconsin, abused cocaine and then neglect her children. Her parental rights were eventually terminated. Photos of Gloria and Gran are posted with this case summary. Florida Department of Children and Families (DCF) was obliged to check on the children while being doing monthly visits. The final record visit for the family took place in early January 2001, when their social worker Deborah, sometimes spelled Masikli, stopped by Garner's residence. A photo of Masikli is posted with their case summary. Garman told authorities that an undefined African American female arrived at their home in the 10,000 block of Southwest 145th Place on January 18, 2001. The individual claimed to work for the DCF and said that she was removing Riley from that home from an evolution. Riley had reportedly been diagnosed with behavior problems prior to the visit. She had never been heard from again. Garman said that the alleged abductor spoke with a thick accent that may have been African and virgin. The woman Grant said was extremely familiar with Riley's history said Maskili was aware of her visit. Garm stated two people visit her home in February 2001 and request additional toy and help Riley become accustomed to her new surroundings. Mosley and her supervisor, William Harris, resigned from the DCF in March of 22. of 2002, amid custodian that the records of home visits were flourishing. The agency conducted Grant during its investigation into monthly records. Authorities learned about Riley's possible abduction in April 2012, 15 months after the children disappeared. Grant said that Muskley was not one of the individuals who visited her home 1 month after Riley's disappearance. Muskley's attorney said that his clients offered to cooperate with authorities regarding Riley's case. He also claimed that Muskley was being used as a scapegoat by the DCF to mask its own intentional problems. Muskley was criminally charged with 41 counts, including grand theft relating to her disfeasance at her job. She pled guilty to 1 count for officially misconduct, and the grand theft charges adjudicated and sentenced to 5 years probation. The other 39 charges were dropped. Muskley admitted that she billed the state, a social worker, for times when she was actually at her second job as a substitute teacher. The state sought $5,000 in restitution for Muskley's salary, sick pay, and vacation pay. She had not been charged directly in connection with Riley's disappearance. Garnham told several media outlets that she connected to Muskley several times after Riley was removed from her home. She claimed Muskley told her that the child would be returned shortly. Grant admitted that she continued to cash checks from the state of Florida for Riley's care after the child had disappeared. Graham said she called the DCF to report the error, but maintains that she was introduced to keep the money due to the difficult and the reapplication process. DCF officially said that they have no record of Grant's phone calls and only learned of Riley's disappearance on April 25th of 2002, which is the day she was reportedly missing. Grant said she believes Muskley was aware of the circumstances surrounding Riley's disappearance, but nothing had been proven. The DCF had been under scrutiny for some time as a bureaucratic mistake and other situations were discovered. The agency has since acknowledged that they failed Riley. According to reports, Grant was not in Riley's paternal grandmother. Grant denied that statement, but admitted her son, Kenneth Espone, never took a paternity test to confirm if he fathered the child. Grant maintains that Gloria has named Silverman as the possible father of Riley, but none of the allegations have been proven. Gloria said that she met one of Grant's daughters in the substance abuse rehabilitation center prior to Riley's birth. She said that she allocated to the name Grant as Riley's godmother. The actual relationship between Grant and Riley is unclear. Mively Cash claimed to be Riley's father in early May 2002. He is currently in prison after being convicted of automobile theft and drug charges. Cash was named as Riley's prospective father in papers terminating Gloria's parental right. He has never taken a paternity test to prove his claims. Cash told the media that he saw Riley 3 times a week prior to his incarceration. He said that he saw the child for the final time at her 3rd birthday party at the home of Pamela Kendrick in Brownsville, Florida. Pamela Kendrick is often referred to as Pamela Grant, and some accounts claim that the 2 women are sisters, but they are not in fact related. Kendrick is Cash and Gloria allowed her to take custody of Riley shortly after her birth. Riley was removed from Kendrick's house in April 2000. After allegations of neglect suffers, Kendrick denies and wrongdoing in Riley's case. Riley and the other children were placed in Grant's custody. Shortly thereafter, a photo of Crank is posted with this case summary. Authorities removed Riley's siblings from Grant care in early May 2002. Grant claims that there was no reason for the custody change. Investigators have reportedly administered polygraph tests to several of Riley's relatives, but the results have not been publicly released. Media reports reveal that Grant had used 42 different allies over the past 20 years. She was convicted of food stamp fraud in Tennessee during the 1980s and was sentenced to probation in Florida as a result of theft charges. Reports state that Grant filed to at least 8 lawsuits for personal injury, composition, child support, and racial discrimination charges throughout the years. Grant has been sued by 12 creditors and was named in 7 lender 10 disputes. A physician diagnosed Grant with a psychotic syndrome similar to schizophrenia months before Riley and her siblings were placed in her custody. Her attorney claimed that the stories deflected attention away from the DCF errors. He also said that Grant used numerous aliases in an attempt to hide from an abusive former boyfriend during the 1980s. Grant continues to maintain that she suffered several injuries and memory loss and developed a car accident in the mid-1990s. Gloria had admitted that she was not able to care for children while she struggled with her cocaine addiction. The DCF was aware of possible problems at her home since 1996 when a neighbor became concerned of Gloria's children were being neglected. She relocated to Cleveland shortly after Riley's birth. She said that she told the DFID about her plans. Grant told the media that Gloria's anger over Riley's disappearance was convicted and said that she had not spoken to her daughter since 1999. Gloria claims that the agency instructed her not to contact her children after leaving Florida. Gloria had never publicly identified Riley's father, and at least one additional man has claimed Riley is his child. A Miami poster and his wife came forward in May 2002 and announced that they had the custody of Riley's older sister for several years. The couple told the media that Gloria joined the church in 1995 and promised to improve her life with the assistance. Riley's half-sister was an infant at the time, and the couple said that Gloria neglected her. They provided material goods for the child, and so Gloria asked them to take care of the baby during the week. She never retrieved her, and the child had raced with the couple since that time. Court records indicate that Gloria was given numerous chances to rehabilitate herself during the following years, but she has not seen her daughter since 1996. The couple decided to finalize the adoption process in the late 1990s, but the DFC case worker was Muscili. They claimed that Muscili neglected to check on the child's welfare and was difficult to keep in touch with. The pastor said that Harris Muscili, former supervisor, visited the family after Riley's case and came to the attention on April 2002. He said that Harris claimed that the DCF had too many cases to track and defended himself and Muscili. The couple received word that the DCF was preparing adoption papers for them in April 2002. They had been asking for the documents for years beforehand. In mid-May 2002, a judge ruled that Riley's younger sister, Rikita Wilson, was neglected by the DCF officials and by Grant and Kendrick. The judge stated that the Riddick suffered from development problems and an undertreated eye condition. Neither the DCF nor her caregiver provides need medication care when necessary. Media sources speculate that authorities may be searching on locations in the Miami area for possible evidence in the near future. The reports have not been confirmed. Investigators said that they have not received any tips regarding Riley's whereabouts. America's Most Wanted profiled Riley's case in May of 2002, but the producers admit the sketch of the undefined female Grant claims abducted the child in 2001. The series representative stated that the most accurate sketch was created before witness viewing in lineup of photos of possible suspect. Grant looked at the numerous photos at the D's headquarters after Riley's disappearance. The report the sketch was considered compromised as a result. Media reports state the official located a witness who may have seen Riley and Grant together in February 2001. 1 month after Grant claimed the DCF worker removed the child from her home. A medical worker reportedly told the investigator that Riley accompanied Grant and Riddick. During the later checkup, Grant denied that Riddick physically saw Riley. In addition, sources alleged that Grant may have falsified Riley's vaccination records in 2001 to continue to receive state benefits for their child's care. Documents reportedly state that Riley was vaccinated after the disappearance. Source claimed the doctor who signed the papers never saw the child on the specific date. Authorities continue to focus on Grant and Kendrick's actions and their investigation. In October 2002, the two women were charged with stealing over $14,000 from the state of Florida. Officials state that Grant and Kendrick engaged in a feud by accepting funds from the state for Riley's care after she disappeared. They were later convicted, Grant was given a prison term and Kendra was placed on probation. Authorities state that both women have consistently failed the lie detector test in connection with Riley's case. Grant allegedly told at least 6 people that undernamed Spanish woman had taken Riley's on a trip to New York or New Jersey after the individual noticed that the child was absent, but before the DSAF did. She said the Spanish woman intended to adopt Riley. When confronted by police about her changing story, Grant said the woman returned Riley's before the DCF worker picked her up and she vanished. She denies abusing and killing the child, and at this stage she believes Riley is still alive. Grant says Kendra made it up the abuse allegation to escape a long prison sentence. In August 2004, 2.5 years after Riley vanished, Grant was charged with kidnapping and 3 counts of child abuse, and Kendrick with 2 lesser counts of child abuse and neglect. Kendrick pleaded guilty to the neglecting and abusing Riley, but not to harming her. He and was sentenced to 364 days in prison, followed by 5 probation. She promised to testify against Grant at her trial. She said both of them sparked Riley with switch, lock her dog cage in the laundry room, and constantly handcuff her to the bed at night. Kendra denies any knowledge of what happened to Riley, however, claims she asked Grant the questions several times and got no answer. And in March of 2005, Grant was additionally charged with first-degree murder in connection with Riley's case, and investigators believe that the child was suffocated or beaten to death sometime in December 2000. A month before Grant said Riley disappeared, and over a year before the DCF found about it. A large part of the evidence supporting the charges came from information provided by Robin Linkforce, a former cellmate of Grant, who said Grant confessed Riley's murder to her. Linkforce said Grant told her Riley had demons from her previous abuse experience. Riley has refused to wear any angel's costume for Halloween and wanted to dress up as Claire Perry instead, which caused Lorraine to decide she was evil and had to die. Grant supposedly buried Riley's body in a ravine near a private lake where she had previously gone to fish and cookouts. A polygraph of Lord Shenforce posted with this case summary. She is a career criminal with 15 convictions for robbery and a history of prison escape. She was awaiting trial for another armed robbery charges when Grant supposedly confessed to her. Grant's defense questioned her credibility, emphasizing her criminal history. And in June 2005, Langford ceased cooperating with authorities and stated she would not testify against Grant unless she could get a much reduced sentence for the robbery and for her testimony. The prosecution offered 20 years. Langford wanted 3. Earlier, she had stated she had gone to the police with her information about consistency and was not expecting leniency in exchange for her cooperation. At Grant's bond hearing in August 2005, Langford invoked her Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination and refused to testify against her. Langford was convicted of the armed robbery in September 2005, sentenced to the minimum life in prison without the possibility of parole under Florida's habitually violent offender laws. Prosecutors later came to the agreement with her. However, in March 2011, her sentence was reduced to 10 years in return for the promises to testify against Grant. Kendra cooperated with the prosecutor and told him she had nothing to do with Riley's disappearance, but knew how long that Grant was making the story up to the DCF working to take Riley. Grant's trial took place during December 2012 and January 2013. Lansford Kendrick and Muskley were among the witnesses who testified. Grant's attorney argued there was no evidence Riley was dead and suggests she had been sold. The jury convicted Grant in kidnapping and children abuse, but deadlocked to 11-1 in charge of murder. The judge declared a mistrial on the murder charges, and Grant was sentenced to 55 years in prison for the crimes she was convicted of, as if presently in her late 66, and the sentence will probably keep her in prison for the rest of her life. Nevertheless, the prosecution has elected to retry on murder charges. Grant is waiting her second murder trial. Riley has never been located, but foul play is suspected in her case due to the circumstances involved. And that is the case of Riley. This case, I feel like these two people that are involved with this case know they know more than what they're talking. I feel like because of her behavior, they just couldn't deal with it anymore, so they decided to unalive her. And it sucks that so many people failed her. If somebody would have done the right thing, or somebody would have talked to her or something, she probably would still be alive today, but she's not. And that is just a crazy, crazy part. But guys, that's it for me today. I will see y'all soon with the next video. Have a good Sunday, and I hope y'all enjoy your Sunday. Be safe out there.